Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Midlife Gaming. My name is Greg, and today I'm here to review a game I just beat for the PS5. Not a well-known game. It is a game called Burnhouse Lane, an indie title made by Harvesting Games. They're not very well known. They've made some other games. I've never played any of them, so I don't really know much about them. This is the first one I've ever played, and it was actually a pretty good playthrough. Indie title. You know, I play a lot of indie titles, a lot of games that my friends and stuff have never even heard of. This game's a 2D side-scrolling title. You play as Angie Weather, and basically, your husband dies from cancer, and after that, within the year, you find out you have lung cancer and you are dying, and then a bunch of strange stuff starts happening. You end up trying to kill yourself originally by hanging yourself once you find out you have cancer. The rope breaks, and you end up taking on a job, taking care of an old man on a farm, and it gets really strange from there. You actually end up going to Burnhouse Lane, which kind of seems like a place between heaven and hell, I would say, kind of life and death, like you're in between almost, and you meet this big cat, and this big cat wants you to do 5 missions, and if you succeed in these 5 extraordinary missions that are very hard, then you can save your life. You can cure your cancer. Because all the doctors have already told you there's no cure from them, so you basically have no hope. This is your only hope. So basically from there, story just kind of plays out from there, and you just go across the 5 missions, and you have some tough choices to make. There are multiple endings in this game. The ending I got, I don't think was one of the good ones. I didn't look up yet the good ending, but I'm pretty sure I got one of the bad endings. I don't want to spoil too much, so I just recommend, if you want to play the game, play it for yourself. It took me about 16 hours to complete the game. I've been playing it for the past couple weeks. I actually got the game, I believe, on Amazon for about 20 bucks, maybe 30, but it was definitely well worth the money. Definitely got my money's worth out of it. If you like horror titles, lots of blood, kind of, but it is like 2D. The graphics aren't amazing, nothing spectacular. There is some shooting in the game, but it's a side scroller, so the shooting's very easy. So the gameplay, not a whole lot really. There are some puzzles. You do got to use some brain power to figure out some of the puzzles, which can be fun. I love the puzzles in these games. But yeah, the game wasn't too difficult at all to beat. I did have to look up a couple things that I got confused about, but overall it was not hard at all figuring it out on your own. So if you're into the indie titles, games you don't know much about, I definitely think this is kind of a hidden gem. So it just came out physically for the PS5, I believe, a month ago. I picked it up. So maybe I got it a couple weeks ago, actually. I think it just came out physically for the PS5. I looked on Metacritic. There is no total score from experts on the game. I would give it a solid 7. I don't want to give it much higher because there isn't a whole lot of action. The story is great. It's very engrossing, keeps you going, but there's not a whole lot of gameplay. Gameplay is pretty simple, pretty basic stuff. But definitely a really good indie title. I definitely highly recommend. They probably didn't spend a whole lot to make it, I wouldn't imagine. So if you like games like this is definitely one you're going to enjoy. But yeah, definitely check it out. It did come out also in 2023 on the PS4, Xbox, Steam, and your Nintendo Switch. So definitely got options out there. If you don't have a PS5, you've got plenty of options to play it. So if you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.